Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Clean Education. In last class we discussed about relational model and RDBMS, right? And today we are discussing about table. In RDBMS software we will store the data in the form of table format, right? Today we will know about the table. What is the table? Okay. This is very simple topic. What is table? That you all know. Table will look like this, right? Hmm? Table is a combination of rows and columns. Understood? The horizontal portion of table is known as rows. The vertical portion of table is known as column. Understood? Table is a combination of both rows as well as columns. What is row? The horizontal portion. The horizontal portion of table is known as row, and the vertical portion of table is known as column. That's it. And here we are discussing about one more thing, that is cell. In the table, we consist three arguments such as row, column, and third one is cell. What is cell? The intersection of rows as well as column is known as cell. What we told about table, the combination of rows as well as column is known as table, and horizontal portion is a row and vertical portion is column. Now, the intersection of rows and columns is known as cell. Like this straight line is column and this horizontal line is a row. These both lines are interconnecting here, right? This space is called cell. Okay, understood? Let me explain again. Table is the combination of rows as well as column, and the horizontal portion of table is known as row and vertical portion of table is known as column, and the intersection of rows as well as column is known as cell. The intersection of column as well as row is known as cell. That's it. Rules of EF code. Today I will give you just a note. I will tell what are the rules and I will explain later how it will work. So keep a heading as a table. Keep a heading as table, and below that write put a heading as a table, and below that write combination of rows and column is known as table. And second point, table consists three arguments such as row, comma, column, comma, cell, and put a heading as row, and below that write the horizontal portion of table is known as row, and rows are also known as records or tuples. Records, tuples. Okay. Now keep a heading as column. Below that write first point, the vertical portion of table is known as a column, and second point, column is also known as attributes or fields. Attributes or fields. Full stop. And keep a heading as cell. Keep a heading as cell, and below that write the intersection of rows as well as column is known as cell. First point, this is the first point, and second point, in the table, the second point, the smallest unit of the table is known as cell. That is the second point. The smallest unit of the table is known as cell, and keep a heading as rules of EF card. Rule number 1: the data enter into the cell must be single value. And second point, according to EF card rule, we can store the data in multiple tables. If we want, we can establish the connection between two tables with the help of key attributes. And rule number 3, in RDBMS, we will store the data in the form of table format, including metadata. Rule number 4, the data can be validated by two steps: by assigning data type and by assigning constraints. That's it, the today class, and tomorrow we will start a new class and new topic. And please keep a notes. Everyone should maintain the notes because it's a very important thing for learning properly. And whenever you want to revise, it will help. It will help you. And whenever you want to go for a interview, it will help you a lot. And thank you. Please support, subscribe, and share. This is me, Ammo. Meet you every day. Bye bye. Bye bye.